What is going on, guys? It is Kyle here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you my full review on parts 1 through 3 of the Beatles documentary Get Back that is exclusively on Disney Plus. If you don't know what this documentary is, it's basically it's 60 hours of unseen footage that Peter Jackson directed, edited it all, that's been sitting in a safe for literally like 50 years. It was from them recording Let It Be, the album, and it's just very insane. If you're a Beatles fan and you watch this, it's like, damn, like you thought you saw it all, but that just makes you know that there are still unseen footage that nobody has seen before. Before we jump into this video today, guys, I want you guys to click the subscribe button down below. Subscribe for daily content here. I make daily videos. Drop a like button if you enjoy this video. And I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so let's jump right into the review. So it started off with part 1. So basically part 1, it starts off the review with the whole documentary. It starts off with basically all 4 of the members, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. They haven't played live shows in over 2 years because there was a bunch of hatred towards them because John said a bunch of shit about Jesus, blah, blah, blah. And guys, if I say something wrong, I want you to know, like, I'm a big Beatles fan, but then again, I don't know every single fact about them. Like, I'm a diehard Beatles fan. Like, I grew up with the Beatles. I think everyone should have grown up with the Beatles. If they didn't, it was just a bad childhood. But if I say a thing wrong, I want you guys to comment what it is, because then again, we're all here for each other. It's the Beatles. Like, there's no negativity about it in the whole subject matter. But starting off with part 1. So basically in the beginning, it goes through a whole monologue of what happened, like where they started with the Quarrymen. They started off as 16-year-olds in a small band called the Quarrymen. Then it led up to them being the Beatles. They changed their name to the Beatles. Everyone was in it. And it was great. Like, the way it started gave me fucking goosebumps, because they have like the old Quarrymen songs that they wrote, and you can just tell it's them because it sounds exactly like John. It's in shitty tone because it's from the 40s, 50s. Like, it's from like 55. Like, it's insane. Then it leads up to 1969 of January. It's a brand new year. And they basically said that they want to have they want to play a live show. But they have to record 14 new songs before to play the live show. They want it to be all fresh, and it's basically them. They don't want to sit in a studio, just sitting clunking around with the guitar, the drums, the beat, and everything going on with it. They don't want to do that. They want to be in like a sound stage, just rehearsing the whole time, just trying to go along with it. Like, they don't want it to be in detail like how it was on Magical Mystery Tour. But it was so insane, guys. Like, this is a detailed review, but speed it up. So part 1, they're recording it in the sound stage. A lot of things are going great. They record the 2 of Us, Across the Universe. They started getting Get Back. They got Don't Let Me Down. They got like 4 to 5 songs, but then again, they got into a pickle. They couldn't think of all 14 songs in the matter of fucking 2 weeks. Like, it's near impossible. So they started going back to all the hundreds of songs that they wrote as kids when they were the Quarrymen. They started bringing back, like, they were trying to make one of those songs get on the album, which it did happen. But then again, I thought part 1 was great, but forewarning here, guys, this whole documentary is like 7 hours long and split into 3 parts, but it's a lot of like clunking around, like them just sitting there jamming, trying to think of ideas to do. But you might get bored through it. You have to be like a die-hard Beatles fan to just sit there like fucking staring at it. Like, there's really good parts, there's really emotional parts of part 1, and I found it to be fucking great. Like, part 1 was great, a great kickoff to it, and it ended on a great cliffhanger with George leaving the band for a little bit of time. My opinion on part 1, 1 through 10, has to be a 8.3 out of 10. 8.3 out of 10. That other 1.7, that's basically just about like how it being kind of slow, blah blah blah. But then again, I'm a Beatles fan, I gotta go 8.3. Now we're jumping into part 2. Part 2 was basically them. It started off with basically them trying to get George back, because he left at the end of part 1, because he was just like, he didn't think that they were cooperating greatly John and Paul. They didn't think that he was cooperating greatly with them. So he was like, all right, I'm done with this band. Like, I can't. Because to me, it looked like more of John and Paul sitting there trying to figure out songs for them and then leaving George and Ringo out, even though like Ringo still didn't care. He was like happy about it, but George was just like, all right, what am I supposed to play then? But like, he didn't have anything to play because it was just songs that like only needed 2 guitars. And for some odd reason, Paul was playing guitars, not George, but it's because they were songs that didn't need as much bass as normal. But throughout that, they got George back, and then they went into the Apple Studios instead of being on that soundstage, because they thought if they went to the Apple Studios, it would go a lot like faster of them trying to record it and get it all ready and fucking just figure out more ideas there instead of being on that soundstage. Part 2 was very good. I don't want to go in complete detail, especially because there's a lot of spoilers going on if you haven't seen it. But I mean, it's not like a Marvel movie where I'm sitting here spoiling it for you. I don't need to give you a spoiler alert because this thing happened 50 years ago. And I'm just giving you a documented review on what the events were and what really like happened in the documentary. But part 2, 1 out of 10, my greatest opinion has to be, I think, like a 7.8 out of 10. The only reason for that is part 2, it was a lot kind of, in my opinion, this is my opinion, guys, remember that, but I thought part 2 was kind of like a lot slower. It's my personal opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, but without further ado, let's get into the final part, part 3. So basically part 3, it was kind of like, it was kind of raps for the whole recording thing. It was them, they figured out where they wanted to play their live show, and their live show was on the rooftop. You didn't know, it was amazing. But it was basically showing like how they were getting on it, and it was just showing them play live on the live show. The live show finally came. This whole part 1, part 2 lead up, it led up to part 3 where they were playing live. They played Get Back, Don't Let Me Down, all those songs, but they played on that rooftop, and you saw a bunch of stuff that you haven't seen before. That's definitely a for sure. Part 3 was definitely like sentimental, because it was like, if you've ever like watched the Don't Let Me Down video of them on the rooftop, it's very like sentimental, thinking that that was their last performance, and showing that the whole documentary, it was basically, everyone tried to say that like during the recordings of Let It Be, it was basically they hated each other and they didn't want to record. But it basically shows in that documentary that's not true at all. Like, they were the same 4 people that they were when they started. Or people trying to say how Yoko was like the person that split up the Beatles. Like, it shows it in the documentary that Yoko was just like invited there by John, and she just sat there and watched what they were doing, and it was magical. It was a great documentary. Part 3 was definitely like a 9 out of 10 for me, but of all time, for the whole like 1 out of 10 throughout the whole documentary, I've got to give it like an 8.8 out of 10. Then 4, because it was a lot of footage, and like I said, not a lot of people are going to like this documentary. 1, because it's a 7-hour documentary split into 3 parts, and 2, because there's a lot of slow little, like, they're just sitting there recording songs. Like, it's magical and great if you're a die-hard Beatles fan. But then again, like, if you don't know some of these songs, you're just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, this is 40 minutes of them just recording that song. But then again, it was great. I love the Beatles. Like, I've shown you guys on my room tour how much shit I have of the Beatles in my room. I have 2 signed albums and that 1 portrait of all 4 of them. I love the Beatles, and this documentary couldn't have been better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was very fun to make, and I loved watching this whole documentary, and I love reviewing it for you guys. So I want you guys to take notice from this review. Remember, it's all my opinion. Then again, like, if you're not a Beatles fan, you're not gonna enjoy this documentary at all. But if you are a Beatles fan, let's just say that you are going to love this documentary. If you like some of the Beatles, you'll like it a decent amount. You'll get bored, but you'll like it. That's the thing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe down below for more content. I post daily videos. Actually, I have one more thing to tell you guys. Last thing I have to tell you guys is I have a set schedule for recording. So yeah, that yesterday's video that never happened, yeah, that was for a reason, because I was telling you my schedule in this video right now. But basically, that set schedule, I'm gonna lay it out right now for you guys. So starting off tomorrow, Monday, a day in the life. We're starting that. I love making these little like vlog type of videos for you guys. It's fun, it's great. Going into Tuesday. Tuesday is 2 video day. It's Let's Plays. 2 videos that are Let's Plays. Wednesday, we're going like a detailed game video or like a review video like this, something like that. Thursday, another Let's Play day. 2 videos, 2 Let's Plays. Friday, probably just like a normal video, maybe a vlog or something, I don't know. But Friday through Sunday are kind of mixed for me. I don't know what I'm doing so far, but Monday through Thursday, I know for sure it's gonna be great. I'm really excited to be showing you guys days in the lives. It's gonna be a fun series to make, and I just hope you guys enjoy them. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a sub down below if you enjoyed it, and drop a like rating if you did as well. I'll definitely be not letting you guys down because I don't want you guys to let me down. Beatles reference, if you didn't know. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for daily videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the day in the life.